Yeah, babe, we need to talk. What? No, goodness. Where did you get that from? Why on God's green earth would I ever want to leave you? No. No, not at all. Not hardly. I just, well, I, may have. Well, how about I give you the good news first? Everybody likes good news. I, I, uh, I am alive and not permanently injured. Yeah. Well, you see, it hurts to talk right now. It hurts to move. Honestly, it hurts to exist. Well, that's why I'm talking through gritted teeth. Thank God the Dallas accent is, well, that's how you make a Dallas accent is it's the southern accent, except we just don't tend to move our jaws too much. Smaller movements feel a lot better today. Well, um, I, I, I may have totaled your car, my car, our car, the car. I don't know. Well, I was in an accident. It was a head-on collision. I I didn't. No, no, no. I'm sorry. No, no one is permanently hurt though. Yeah, no. The steering wheel hit my chest really hard, knocked air out of me, and the car rolled a couple of times, and I smacked my head against the window so hard. We're pretty sure I have a concussion. I was stuck upside down. But I had a pocket knife, country girl. Always got tools on me. Ow, it hurts to laugh. Uh, um, so I just cut myself down from there, and I couldn't really move. They had to pull me out. I was cracking jokes the entire time because what else was I going to do? It wasn't easy to get me out of there. It took a while. Oh goodness gracious, my tummy is just it hurts so bad. Mm, I'm sorry. So, you, how was your day? Well, I figured your day wasn't so good after hearing that news. Look, I'm really sorry. I'm a good driver. No, I promise. What do you mean you know? Well, yeah, I've never totaled a car before or anything like that. And honest to goodness, knock on wood, I have never, never even been in a car accident where I was the driver before. It was so scary. Yeah, I was just coming home for a bonfire and I was on a curve and then I couldn't see anything in front of me and it was one way and all of a sudden there was a car coming towards me and they were drunk. They weren't supposed to be going that way and it was too late, too fast. And then I just all I remember is waking up in that car, honestly thinking of you. If I'd ever see you again, if you knew that I loved you, and how long was it going to take for me to go? Was I gone? Was this what gone feels like? I couldn't feel anything. They said I went into shock. And then I was in the hospital and I could feel again, but everything hurt. And they did x rays and they said that my ribs are fine. Just it's the soft tissue that's all dinged up and it's going to hurt for a while. But honestly, I think it was the thing that I needed to realize how much I love you. To get that close to death and to realize how easy I had it. Yeah, the car rolled. They said that it rolled so much. Thank goodness I'm so short. Otherwise, I probably would have got smushed. It was also why it was so hard to get me out of there. And I don't know. we've been fighting a lot lately, and I don't know if I've been the kindest to you. And what do you mean none of that matters now? Of course it does. Just because I was in a car accident doesn't mean that I'm in the right for the stuff I did in the past, baby. And then my next thought was, God, you're never going to trust me to drive again. You shouldn't trust me in the beginning because I have a lead foot. I, I have so many tickets because I listened to Why Why Worry by Set It Off and listened to Freak on a Leash by Korn, anything by Limp Bizkit. I know Kid Rock's early stuff really makes me just be a little erratic. You're right, you never should have trusted me. Okay, well, I love you. I love you more than life itself. And I just, I, I couldn't help but think what would happen if I was gone. Who was gonna tell you? How are you gonna find out? And who was gonna comfort you? Who's gonna be there for you? And then I wondered, would you even care? Because of how nasty I've been to you, how awful I've been. And that's when I messaged you and told you what happened. I didn't want to tell you how bad it was because I didn't want you to worry. Well, no, I didn't tell you that your car was totaled. I'm sorry. I should have done that. But then I thought you're going to be really upset. My car, you're right. It's my car, but like it's our car. It's just, I didn't want you to worry about the financial aspect. Cars come and go. But, and then I worried about the nurses having to see me like that because my makeup looked really dreadful. I looked a fright. I really did. What are you laughing at? Like, I really did. Like, I wouldn't want to be looking at that. What do you mean that's saying worse? You don't know what kind of. I look like a raccoon. I had eyeshadow everywhere. I was out at the bonfire and I smelled like I was burning because it smelled like ashes and wood, and they were worried that I'd caught on fire at some point. I was just frightening everybody with my existence. Well, I'm glad one of us thinks it's funny. I thought it was positively terrifying. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap. No, it's not okay for me to snap at you like that just because I had a bad day. I just want some honey with some tea. Not milk, because that's just disgusting. You don't put milk in tea. What do you mean you can? It's silly. No. From the South, we don't do that. No, that was the other thing too. I didn't want you to sit there and feel like you needed to make me feel better. I knew what would happen. If you knew the extent of everything, you'd want to do nothing but make me feel better. When really this is just karma. I've been so hateful lately just because I've been mad at the world. And I took it out on you. All this to say, I love you. And I never want to go through something like that again and wonder whether or not I get through this, if we're going to be okay. And if I were to never see you again, whether or not you'd know that I will always love you and only you. No, I mean it. I'll never, ever love someone as much as I love you. You're the first person I ever loved. You're the first person I ever wanted to be with that I could imagine building my life with. If you were to go, did I ever tell you about my grandparents? My grandma went in on my grandpa's birthday for routine surgery, and it was supposed to be in and out real simple, and she died. She actually had his birthday cake had just come out of the oven when she left. She was letting it cool down so she could frost it. when she got back. That's how quickly and how unintrusive it was supposed to be, but she passed away. And her birthday was in a couple weeks. He just stopped eating and drinking. We had to put him in the hospital, and they had to force him to eat and breathe, and he just wasn't going to do anything on his own. He'd given up. And he was spry. He wasn't weak when all this happened. He was out feeding the chickens bright and early in the morning, and he was mowing lawns, and he was a cantankerous old git. Then he just stopped talking. He just didn't care about anything anymore. And on her birthday was when the doctor said that it was time to take him off the life support because his body had just given out. And it was a beautiful thing, kind of her dying on his birthday and he died on hers. So we took him off the life support and he passed very quickly. His soul was already trying to get back to her. That's the type of person I am. That's where we come from. I realized I would follow you into the dark. Happily. And you know how scared I am of the dark. I love you. No, I'll be fine. I'm just probably not going to be doing a whole heck of a lot of moving unless I have to for the next couple of days. Yeah, it's already gotten better. Not the best, though. All right. No, I love you, babe. Thank you. Hey, guys. Ian Alexander here. Inspiration for today's audio. A, first and foremost, look, I did Wholesome. B, the events of this did happen. A couple of things were changed. I don't want to say when it happened, for privacy reasons, but I did total a vehicle that rolled and was struck head on by a drunk driver. And it rolled so much that the first responders said that they believed if it would have rolled it one or two more times, I wouldn't be here. And thank goodness I'm so short because because they think if I was normal height, I might not, I wouldn't be here. And I did have to get pulled out, and I did get a concussion, and I did have to cut myself down off of it. And I was sitting there joking with them the entire time. And I did sit in the hospital, sitting there thinking about all the people I had been fighting with, especially one. And it really put in perspective, like how quick things can change. Particularly as someone who's struggled with mental health issues. No advice needed. I have a wonderful therapist. This was one of those moments where I wasn't struggling with it. And to see how close I came to being on the other side when I did not have an intention, desire, was in so much pain that I viewed that as an option, which if you view it as an option, please, you need help. And get it, and you deserve it. You deserve it. People love you and they need you on this side. I do understand the mentality you get in when you're like that, though. And we'll leave that there for now because I am not anybody's therapist and I should not be giving unsolicited advice. But I, in the hospital, when I was like, oh my goodness, like I sat there thinking about how many people would have been upset, and then also some of the people that I wondered if they would be upset or even how they would find out. So I actually set up some more systems to make sure if something were to happen to me, how would certain people that aren't as deeply connected in my life would find out in the most sensitive way possible, without having to spend like weeks or months. Because I have had friends pass on that I felt close to, I just didn't talk to on like a daily, weekly, and some of them even monthly basis. I have some friends that like I don't talk to them for months at a time, and then when I do, it's like no time has passed. Like, how would I find out about that person? So I wanted to make sure that I set up some ways to make sure people like that wouldn't be left out of the loop. But I thought it'd be fun. I'm not saying I'm going to only make this type of content, but every once in a while I like to diverge from it. But yeah, that happened. I am also a terrible driver. I would not suggest being in a vehicle in which I'm driving. I tend to get really into the music I'm listening to and forget how fast I'm going. You have to really watch my playlist. If you really see me jamming, just change the song. I will not be mad at you. That's really the only thing that causes me to be a bad driver. Um, I don't tend to get stupid road rage, and act a fool or anything like that. I get road rage, but I get grr, like, you suck. Why did you do that? But yeah, I have a ton of speeding tickets. It's not okay. It's not okay. And this is another thing that got put in perspective when that happened. And I did have my steering wheel just like push into the soft tissue of my chest. I didn't crack a rib, but God, it felt like I broke a rib. Felt like it. And anyways, I want to say finally a thank you to everybody who's understood. Star was so sweet as to make a community post so you guys wouldn't be too worried about me. Um, and I really appreciate her for doing that. Shout out to Starlet Audios for being my bestie. When I had to take a couple of days off of posting for some private reasons, but I'm back now. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit shaky. Hopefully that gets situated in the next couple of days, but wanted to get some stories back out and have some fun. And hopefully we'll be doing some light live streaming. Xena has to take it easy for a while. But anyways, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.